Bruh, so I'm drinking emergency. I've been drinking green shots. I just woke up, by the way. I took a NyQuil last night because I couldn't sleep.
No, I feel like everyone is having like really weird insomnia right now.
You know what's funny? Because whenever I fall asleep, I'm like, all right, I felt good today. I wonder how I'm going to feel tomorrow. Like, will I be diagnosed with it tomorrow? That's so weird.
No, I know. It's so weird. And also I feel like I'm questioning every single one of my breaths. I'm like, that one was kind of shallow. I'm like, that one was a little bit weird. And then or just like my hypochondria mindset is not doing well in this time.
Right. I feel like you and I are both like super anxiety ridden. So like I will touch my face and be like, all right, am I hot? I don't remember being this hot before. And I'm like, I'm a thicker guy, so I run hot. So I'm like, bro, you need to relax and just know that like everything's gonna be okay. But I feel like anxiety doesn't let you believe that.
No, no, it's totally. It's like we're all coping with the fact that we're like forced to be inside. So that
Hmm.
obviously is going to trigger all sorts of anxiety because we don't know when this is ending. And then there's also the other aspect of this is like the reason why we're inside is because there's a virus that's going around and like making people sick and killing people. So then you're like, okay, well, what if I get the virus and I'm stuck inside? It's like two
Yeah.
things that are just so it's really stressful, and I feel like it's bringing out um a lot of really difficult things and feelings for everybody. Like I've definitely been having a really hard time.
Are you in Jersey? Are you back in Jersey?
No, I'm actually in Florida right now. My parents spend a bit of the year here because my brother goes to school in Florida, so they were all down here, and I was supposed to be on tour right now.
Hmm.
Tour got postponed, which was like super super upsetting. And then I just came like the second that happened, I just came here to be with them, which has been really really nice because I can't remember the last time I've gotten to spend like 2 weeks with my family. So it's been a bit of like a blessing in disguise, I think.
You know what's funny? And I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I honestly feel like it's the world telling us to slow down. Like just slow down, relax, just be safe, stay inside, because it's ramping us up for something that's gonna be like, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's like was Mother Nature's way of being like, stop abusing me. And also everyone like take a step back and focus on the things that are actually important. And it's like, I don't know, it's been really cool to see just even like other celebrities and people that I'm fans of. Like everyone's in the same situation. Everyone's in their house, everyone's in sweatpants, everyone is like trying to find some sort of normalcy and routine and like maintain a bit of like a positive outlook through this. And it really has like made me realize like, yo, we really are all in this together. And even just seeing other people like walking down the street, it's like even strangers I feel like are smiling at each other just like differently, like like
Hmm.
taking like going out for a walk. It's like my highlight of the day is going for a walk.
Me too. I feel like that's the only time that I can feel like a sense of normalcy.
Yeah, and it's like it's so crazy, and it's made me just have like a lot more gratitude and like made me realize all the really simple things that I took for granted before this happened.
Just going and being with friends, or and I'm like that type of person that if you invite me out, 95%, there's a 95% chance that I'm not gonna go. So like now like that I've been in the house for we've been locked down maybe what 3 weeks here in LA. I'm going to everything that I'm invited to.
Oh my god, that's my brother was saying, he was like, we should start making reservations for like dinner reservations for 2 months from now, because even the people that like never went out to eat are everyone is going to be like, go out, go, just get out, like everything. I'm the same way. I like say no to a lot of things, like like most things. But now I'm just like, I am going to be the biggest social butterfly of 2020 the second this ends.
Probably just for a week, and then after that week is over, I'm going back into my house. I don't want to move. Don't talk to me. Don't FaceTime me. So,
Like,
what else are you doing during quarantine?
um, I have been doing yoga. I've been trying to get more. That was like a thing that I wanted to do more of. And I have really bad anxiety, so it's been helping me just kind of like get a little bit out of my head and like more into my body, which is something that I really struggle with.
Hmm.
My family each we've each been taking each like every night it's somebody else's turn to come up with like a cocktail. So everybody's like making a different drink. Um and I don't know, just like spending a lot more time. I've been writing a little bit. Honestly, it's been kind of hard for me because I feel like it's this like weird time of everybody of thinking that like it could be something that's really productive, and
Hmm.
like, oh, I should be really creative right now. I could be doing this right now. Like I could be doing that. And I just like have an idea of all these things that I could and should be doing, but I'm having a really hard time like doing them. I think just because this does feel like such a stressful and overwhelming time that it's been quite difficult because I'm feeling like a lot of different emotions. Like I'm feeling kind of sad and scared and I don't know, it's been hard. So I'm trying to write a little bit, but my thing is like I like it's hard to feel creative when you
When you're going through this, because we are so like, first of all, it's never happened, and second of all, I feel like it's hard to be creative when your mind is stuck on, family members, and if people are okay, and if they like, you just don't know, or how long are we going to be stuck inside. So I feel like you need to ease up on yourself. Like, it's okay to be a hot mess during this time, you know what I mean? Because everybody is.
a hot ass mess. I feel like honestly, I feel like happy hour just gets earlier every day. Like I broke out a white claw for the interviews today.
I mean, listen, whatever gets yourself through it. I honestly, this is going to sound crazy, but I have to think twice about what day it is, because I'm just like,
Literally, I forgot. I didn't realize today was Tuesday. I thought I got dressed yesterday because I thought you and I were doing this yesterday.
because yesterday felt like just a
Because I
random
thought,
day.
I don't know. I literally don't even know what day it is. But I did put jeans on for you today.
I don't have any jeans on. I'm sitting here in underwear.
Everyone having to do business now is you only kind of have to look presentable from the waist up.
You know what's funny? I was reading this article where people are actually putting loops of themselves on their Zoom meetings to make it seem like that they're paying attention, but it's not. Isn't that genius?
Wait, that's so crazy. My brother is like he's having to finish his like senior college semester right now, like on
Uh
his,
huh.
which has been kind of like really sad for that to be. I don't know. I think it's really sad for a lot of kids to have that like that experience taken away, like their last college semester. That was like definitely a special one for me. But there's all kids are like nobody really like nobody's had to be on like on laptops this much for like to be like have their cameras interfacing with their professors and stuff. And
Hmm.
my brother said that some girl yesterday that she was like eating a salad or something and forgot to turn her thing off, and so the whole nobody could hear the lesson because the whole time it was just this girl like chomping on.
And I'm sure it wasn't like delicate bites and stuff like that. She was probably going in.
Yeah, she thought she was muted. Somebody else was like in the bathroom and like flushing the toilet. It's like nobody.
That's so funny. I want to talk about the new project that you got coming on. We were just talking about how the new song, like Forever, sounds. First of all, I love the chill R&B vibes that you're giving me in that song. It just sounds so good. Like, it's just a good sounding song. Let's talk about that right quick. What's different from this project than the last one?
Well, I think the last project was definitely there. It's definitely an evolution sound wise, but also just like emotionally too. I think my last project was me just like whining and crying about my ex, and I'm just over it. And
Hmm.
I think like it that project was about somebody else, and I feel like Forever and kind of like the new Fletcher era is more just about just kind of like all the different things that like I'm going through within like kind of just within myself, and it kind of being like celebrating myself for the first time. And I still think it's cohesive because I feel like I'm just forever on like this self-discovery journey that I've really allowed people to be a part of. And it's made me feel, less kind of crazy and like insane and more connected. And it's been like such a honestly like therapeutic process for me, and to have people say that like my music has been that for them has been like the coolest thing ever. So I think this is just a continuation of just where I'm at in my life, and just for the first time, like I don't know, I've been like a serial dater my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
um, and so it's more of just about like making a promise to myself to like get to know myself better, and like without kind of like the safety net of other human beings. Like I'm always the kind of person that like turns to like some sort of crutch. um and so this is the first time that I'm really trying to like sit in kind of the messiness of like things that I feel like I've been kind of running from for a while, and just like celebrating that, like celebrating the emotional roller coaster of what that looks like. And some days it's like wanting to be young and party, and other days you're like, like worried about like who you are and like what your purpose is of being here, and just kind of all the the emotional roller coaster of what it's like to be a 20 something.
Are you a Pisces?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. Because me too. Yeah. Because I felt like I was like, man, she is giving off like crazy Pisces traits right now. That's why I asked that. That's crazy. Because I was sitting here and I was like, I wonder if she's a Pisces. Okay, cool. Now it makes sense.
Yeah, I'm super sensitive.
Me too. And I try to like portray that it didn't bother me, but in reality, I'm sitting in the shower or standing in the shower, like going back over that argument and thinking to myself, I could have said this, or you know what? Forget that person. I don't need. You know what I mean?
It's and also you have like I have the strongest inner monologue. I don't know about you. Like I like my voice in my head is talking 24/7 all the time, and it's always like you could have said that or you should have said this. And then you like will get these waves of being like, well, screw that person. I don't need that person. Like it's like really strong and like quick. Like make really quick turns. What
Two
so
things,
you just had a birthday then?
huh?
You said your birthday then?
227.
Okay, cool. Mine was March 19th, so I'm on the end of the Pisces.
Happy belated. Two things. Number one, that's why I can't sleep at night because that voice is constantly, in my head trying to help hype me up about like what I could have said or what I could have did differently, during a fight or during an argument. And are you always like in your head?
That's literally why I've been trying to do things to like I don't even like yoga, but I'm just like anything. I'm like, I can't. I'm not flexible. Like, no, I don't want to do this shit. But it's just like anything to try to. I live in my head, and it's honestly like I have the craziest imagination, so it makes me really creative and like really helps like when I'm in the studio and as a writer. But like in every other area of my life, it's exhausting. It's really exhausting.
What do you feel like, or have you feel like that you found anything new about yourself while just, taking a breather and not working and being in self quarantine?
Yeah, I've discovered that I've like always known that I'm impatient, but like it's been so apparent. And I also think being quarantined with other people has been like such a test of that, especially with like your family, which I think it's like really easy to like snap at each other and be short-tempered. And it's like definitely been very much a lesson of being aware of how my energy like contributes to a space, because I'm by myself. I'm like whenever I'm traveling or whatever, I mean like there's always other people around me, but I feel like I'm by myself quite a lot. So now
Mm-hmm.
living with other people and like with my family especially is like it's made me so much more aware of how like each individual person's energy is like can totally impact the overall feeling of a room, and I'm trying to be way more aware of like what I'm contributing to a space, um which is not something that I like have had to like look at on this like um intense of a scale, I think, really like ever. When has this ever happened?
I also find it difficult for grown adults to be back at home in their parents' space because number one, you're grown, and number two, you're not that kid that they raised, you know what I mean, years ago. So it's like, guys, you got to remember that I'm an adult. You know what I'm saying? So that's another added pressure on it.
Totally. And it's also, I feel like family, like literally love them. They're my favorite people in the world, but you also see qualities in them. Sorry, I'm burping from this White Claw. I see qualities in them of just, I'm just like, oh, that's where I get that from. And sometimes
Hmm.
that are like, that's something I've been trying to like, that I've been trying to work on. So it's really weird, and it's hard to be creative right now. And I'm like, oh, I should be writing songs. I could be doing that. I want to get better at playing guitar. And it's like, I don't know. I'm trying to just like make sense of everything that's happening and kind of find like some form of routine. And it's been really weird.
Maybe we don't need it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, I'm putting so much pressure on myself. I'm like, okay, well, if I'm not on the road and I'm not doing this, like I should be using this time to do this and be here. And then by the time this is over, maybe I will have become better at this or whatever. And I'm just like, I don't need to put like, we shouldn't be putting pressure on ourselves right now, you know? And I feel like it should just be a time to just like be fluid with it. Like let this time be what it's going to be. And if like, I think we're all going to be better because of it, you know? Like I think it's just it's making everybody, it's forcing everybody to literally slow down and just be like, yo bitch, stop. Like
Relax.
listen to other people, listen to yourself. Like
I think it's going to be we're going to learn to appreciate just the smaller things more. You know what I mean?
yeah. Oh my God, 100%. And I was already like, my tour would have been ending yesterday, and I was
Hmm.
already excited to go on the road and be on that tour. And now it's just like I'm like itching for it so badly now to like because all the things, you know, even just being in a room with like a ton of people and like hearing a crowd scream, like that's something that you don't, you know, you don't really, even just being like as a fan attending shows and being in a space with people in a venue and like hearing a room roaring and like people at a bar taking shots together or whatever it is, like it's all little things that we've taken for granted that I feel like I can't wait to go back out and like look at those and have those experiences through like a more grateful like perspective now.
Hmm. What have you been watching anything while quarantined in the house?
I've always been really like, I have such a short attention span that like I am really bad with like movies and TV shows, and I also fall asleep in most movies I watch. My friends hate, no one wants to watch movies with me. Like I'm so bad. Like
I'm also impatient. Like I'll be like, all right, but tell me what happened.
I
Like
know,
what's going on?
I'm the question asker. I'm like, I'll be watching a movie with somebody who's also never seen the movie, and I'm like, why is she running? Where's she going? Watch the movie like I'm watching it for the first time too. And so nobody wants to watch movies with me. I did finish the series Sex Education, which I really love. That's like love that show. It's super queer and I'm like so here for it.
Okay.
um, I just started watching this other show, this other Netflix series called Atypical. I'm enjoying that, but I don't know. I'm also like, I can't watch like scary things or super like like thrillers because I think about it way too often and it keeps me up at night. So I don't know. I just am like, I've been trying to read a little bit more, but I'm also really impatient with. So I have been having this book that's been sitting on my nightstand since I got here, and I've read like
Hmm.
pages of it, but I keep being like, oh, this book is amazing. You guys all have to read it. And I'm like,
I can't. It's so funny because whenever I'm sitting there reading a book, I'm always wondering about like what else is happening in the world.
no, same. I literally feel the same way. And I'm like, well, this is a waste of time. Like, I'm like, why am I wasting my time reading a book right now? And then I have FOMO of everything else that's happening. Um, so the only time that I feel like I've been able to listen to podcasts while I'm on a walk. That makes
Hmm.
like I'm still actively doing something and not having to sit down and like pick up a book and read.
Do you ever read your YouTube comments? Because I read one. They're mainly like good, but I read one. It was like if you look up heartbreaker in the dictionary, you will find her smile. It's
actually a funny comment.
it was so good. I was like, wow, I feel like she'll enjoy this comment. They're all good, especially on the new song. Like everybody loves you. You
Aw.
know why? I feel like because people can feel how real you are and how relatable you are. Because we're all like anxiety written, all in our heads, wondering what's going on when we're reading a book, like out there. Like that's who we are. That's who our generation is right now.
So real. Yeah, no, I think um the response to that song has been so amazing and really cool. And also just to see, I feel like it's a different side of me too. I think that the EP, like I said, was just like about one person. And so I wanted even the visuals for Forever to just be like really celebratory. And I wanted it to be just super driven by like badass female energy. And it was
Hmm.
work with so many um amazing women that were just like really comfortable in their bodies and like in their power and in their sexuality, which is something that is really important to me to like lift that up and to have that be seen. So yeah, it was cool, and like it brought, like, I wanted to bring more color into my world, and so it was really sick to be super involved in the process of that also. And I was so anal about the editing of the video. I like sat with the editor for like 12 hours one afternoon, and I was like, move this a frame to the left, a frame to the right, and he's like, I hate you.
But listen, this
So,
is my baby. Like we need to make sure that it's right.
no, I know. I was like, this has to be perfect. So we did that for like for 3 days, and just back and forth, and I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. I feel like, and it's been, honestly, it was really cool. I was here when I like premiered the video for it, and to just be in a live chat room with everyone watching it in real time it was really sick. Like, and everyone's been so really supportive, and I think I'm just like, I feel really appreciative of the relationship that I've developed with, the people that follow me and are fans of my music. So it's been a fun ride.
There was one line out of the song before I let you go that really struck me, and I thought it was super powerful. You're the type I want to spend um, all my life with, um,
But
but
not the
yeah. I was like, wow, that's kind of like loving somebody but not liking them.
I mean, it's definitely like, I mean, it's a song about meeting like somebody that's so perfect that you could see yourself spending the rest of your life with, but feeling like, knowing that there's still a lot of things that you need to go through and experience, and like just wanting to like get to know myself without, you know, the safety net of like somebody else. And um it's like, you're it, like I could see it, but it's like I'm a hot mess right now, and I kind of need to like sit with that, and like sort through it. So it's, yeah, that was, um it's definitely that lyric like captures the sentiment of the song for sure.
I always have a good time whenever I chat with you. I feel like we're like here because
It's
that
that
same sign.
energy, baby.
That's exactly what it is. I appreciate you coming on and chatting with us. Thank you so much, and
Absolutely.
enjoy Florida.
Thank you, baby. I'll talk to you soon.
Alrighty,
Bye. Bye, guys. Thank you.
bye.